that because that's real. Even if you is a man or if you're a man in general, you're the man of the household whether you got a job or not. That's in my opinion, if you're a real man, a job don't determine if you're the man of the house because a white man gave you a job or you filled out some application they hired you. But what he was just saying is real because when a man do it or a male do it, why it's not glorified in the same way when a woman do it? She labeled it as she held it down or she did this when in all reality that shouldn't even be a gender thing. It should be 50-50. Exactly. And the women got to realize the game is being played because they doing that on purpose so the women can look down on us when the women should really be looking at it in a reverse way of, okay, I'm gonna pull him up. Even though he's struggling, he can't find the right type of job or employment, he's still playing his role and he's doing something to like help the family out and get to the next level. So they shouldn't really look down upon a man or a male who is playing that role. Because I have been in that position before too. It still is in a sense, but
man, I got something to say. I don't want to interrupt you, nothing like that.
For sure.
The thing is this. What they try to do is this. They try to dumb us down. So everybody back in our era, they was trying to throw most of them in LD classes. You understand what I'm saying? So that way you can't fill out an application if you want to. You get what I'm saying?
Right.
And then now your girl fill out your application, but she laughing at you when she get mad at you. You get what I'm saying? They cracking jokes and try to steal belittle. I see it happening all the time, but I see a couple of my buddies went to college, and now they can't find a good job that's going, and they got to pay this debt anyway. By the time they look up, they asking me for a couple dollars. But you got this degree. And then they try to make it seem like they better than somebody. But ain't nobody better than nobody. We need to work together as a team. And that's the way we win. If we come together, we fuck them up in all kind of ways. Excuse my language, that cut out. But what I'm saying is this, though. We got to get together. And if while you ass working, then I got to figure out something that I can make better for me so I can get a job too. While I ain't just cooking up and cleaning, I'm doing something online. You understand what I'm saying? And if you can't read, let your lady help you. Work together as a team. So get back to that. If we get to that, they can't do nothing with us at all, period, in no kind of way.
You're on the same page, no matter who got the job.
And all these people that made out the projects, they need to come back to the projects and put something back into the projects.
Yeah, and give us some type of game.
You got all this money, so now you done moved out the hood and you scared to come back?
Right.
Buy the grocery store.
You get what I'm saying? Let's put together some money for the grocery store. I heard they say we can't open up another store right here, and why? So Dave's got to run everything? No. It's time for us to use this space and get on. Let's go down to this, where the groceries at, where the vegetables down here, and start with that. Let's just start just selling vegetables out here then. Let's rent the space then, until they grow into something else.
Right.
Anything I started in life, I crawled before I walked. And when I did on my own, I get banked up. So flat out, it can happen any kind of way. Absolutely. It can happen.
Yes, it can.
Yeah, all that crack money, we messed that up. All these people that had all that money, you ain't do nothing with it.
Right.
You get what I'm saying?
Right.
Come on, man.
It's nothing special.
Yeah, it was something else too when you get the money, just like building up your credit. We all build our credit. Everybody wants this 700 score, but then once you get that, then what's next? We don't know. We lost. It's time for whoever doing it to teach you how to do it from the 700 score, to boost it up to something else, and come together. And some people down the way got all this good credit and don't even know what to do with it. You rich. You get what I'm saying? It's time to come together, man.
I want to go back to why everybody think the black man and shit. It's an agenda. It was an agenda. It was a subliminal message to our own race, because they already felt that way. So the message that the black man ain't shit, it wasn't from them. It came from us because we started believing in what they believed in.
Right.
We started believing we wasn't shit. But the whole agenda wasn't to prove that you wasn't. The agenda was to stop population. Check this out. They don't want you in the household with a woman who they want you with. So now women don't like men because you ain't shit. So now what does the woman do? They give it their girlfriends now. Guess what the man does? He go, look at what's happening today. Yeah. Look at what just happened. Wait, check me out. Look at just what happened to this generation. First they separated us from our families. You made a kid, you can't stay there. Get out of there. We got a plan for him. Get out of there. So they gave y'all AD, it was called ADD. They didn't have no H because they couldn't pay for it. You couldn't get no money for that. So they added an H. So they can give you some medication. Here comes some bread, right? So now you're on drugs. The kid on drugs and the daddy gone. Yeah. You a dope fiend now, right? You basically a dope fiend. So now you're addicted to taking pills now. Without you even realizing what's in it. You don't know what's in it. Your kid, your mama don't care. You cool now. You was just a regular bad boy in the projects. That's all you was.
Yeah.
They told you had ADHD. You didn't. You grew up like you may not reproduce because you may take on the liking of your mom. Your dad's not around. So now you like what your mama like. Now all her girlfriends come around. You see this all the time. Oh, he's so cute. Oh, come here, he's so cute. He don't get no manhood time because they separated.
That's right.
So now the son
Trying to be like the mama.
trying to be like the mama now.
Still taking that medicine too.
Guess what? He trying to be like the mama, so they lock us all up. They locked all us up. Boom, sent us to the joint. Homosexuality. Y'all can't repopulate.
And every TV
Y'all in the
show-
joint. Ain't no repopulating y'all.
And every TV show got gay people on it.
Now, everything you see now, it's okay to be gay.
Yeah.
Churches, everything. They did it. They did it. And now look at our kids. 12, 13, 14, kissing little boys, little girls, walking around holding hands. Because the whole plan, the agenda was to stop the black population. You know why? If we keep populating, if the world get along, they got to create hate. If the world get along and we start loving everybody, everybody love it, we're going to erase all the races.
Yeah, we're going to take over.
We're going to erase white people. It's too many other colors.
We already are.
You're going to be gone. They have to keep us homosexual. They have to keep us not reproducing in order to stop that. Because you ain't going to like the white woman now. You like him. You understand what I'm saying?
Another thing, like you said,
The whole agenda is to stop the black man
And like
from growing and erasing the white man.
and like
That's
you
the
said,
whole-
hey, and the point on that, you can look at that because you look like back in the days we was raised up. A lot of us in the project, we ain't had no father, right? Who wants the child support at? One, the main thing, like I said, like you said, I think the reason they trying to, right now, if you don't pay your child support, they're going to lock you up. And like you said, I think they doing that because if guys get tired of getting locked up for child support, now they don't want to have no kids. Now that black race, the numbers finna start going down.
Yes,
You better
sir.
know it.
There you go.
You better know
It's
it.
a
That's
president
the whole
every way,
thing.
man.
Look what they just did to China. We was just beefing with China last month. The coronavirus been out forever.
Yeah.
It's on the Lysol can. Lysol
Yeah, it's
can.
on the Lysol
Human,
can.
like, I took a picture of it. Human Lysol. Now, this is what's happening to our community. This is what's breaking our communities up, and it's just big. It's bigger than just us. It's a mission that been started, and they making it easier for us to complete the mission because they promote it. And now we so caught up in music, telephone, Instagram, Facebook, and TV that all those subliminal messages is coming in so fast now, and they telling the people who you believe in, they're starting to believe in it, so they're preaching it. So we need people like you, the free thinkers, to come through and erase all of that, because they're programming the kids that's coming, that's going to be born out of these 20-year-olds now. What are they going to do? What do the 20-year-olds know? We got to get them. And it ain't about keep bringing these parents together to these meetings. You got to make them parents bring them kids. The parents going to forget it when they get in the car and turn the radio on and fire that blunt up. Yeah, they was present. Yeah, they had something to say in the crowd. Their kids need to hear this. Their kids need to know they about to be extinct.
Right.
They just destroyed China, man. Trump was just beefing with him last month. He threw the coronavirus over there and it's wiped out 60,000 people like it wasn't nothing. We got to wake up. They'll destroy us before they destroy themselves, because they're going to destroy themselves if they don't stop us from reproducing.
Yes,
They're going to die. That's why they promote hate. That's why they say hate the black man. You can't love him.
Another thing that I noticed, I was out of town. And I came back in town, so my people was like, you know, they giving out extra stamps. I was trying to put it together because I know these white people, they up to something. Everything that they do, it was a test on us to see what we was gonna do. I don't know if y'all remember.
Yeah,
They gave you stamps at the first beginning of the month.
Yeah,
around that
stimulus sign.
They gave you some more stamps to see what you was gonna do. Was you gonna wait till next month and buy some food, or was y'all gonna starve next month? Them grocery stores are so full. I had one loaf of bread in mine. They're like, you ain't loading up? Loading up for what? I'm already loaded. You get what I'm saying? I'm trying to figure out what's going on, right? It was a test, man, to see what we was going to do, and I think we failed, man. You get what I'm saying?
Jack these down right off. Everybody.
Sold them, or whatever you going to do.
They
Get
sent
you a
me
couple,
300
I remember
yeah.
that too, man.
So
And they skipped a month or something, didn't they?
Yeah. Let you starve.
Yeah.
so one thing, okay. So let's kind of stay on this topic. But one thing that I talked to boss about it, and he kind of said this. He said that in his day, in your day, kind of growing up, the diabetes and high blood pressure wasn't that
That's
right.
relevant.
It was like, it was really kind of unheard of.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Growing up, you didn't hear about no diabetes. I never heard about that. You rarely heard of cancer.
So why is it so relevant now?
And even when we was kids, like younger kids, I don't remember
Like,
hearing that.
I think okay, and let me make a topic with as far as the diabetes. Because as far as the diabetes, stuff, like right now with diabetes, they got a number. And once you reach that number, you consider diabetic, like me. They consider me a diabetic. I don't take insulin, but I take this pill that they give you called metformin. The only reason I really don't like taking it, but the only reason I don't take it because when they basically say you diagnosed with diabetes, and you can tell because if I don't take them pills, I have to use the bathroom like every 30 minutes. It's still like I use the bathroom, but the thing with them pills is that they prescribe me the pills to take twice a day. Right? My A1, you know, it's a thing they call your A1C count. They wanted to keep it 7. First mine was like 10, then it was like 8.5 and 8 point some whatever, but now it's down like 7.3. But the doctor telling me, you doing real good, do what you're doing. But I try to tell him, I only take that pill once a day. Right. You prescribe me to take it twice a day, but I'm taking it once a day, but it's working.
But if you eat right, you ain't got to take it.
That's what it is. It's about eating right. That's what it's eating right, though. That's for sure. People don't understand. Like I say, with us, this generation, I think the food is what's doing everything to people.
Definitely. I think he just said, yeah, that processed meat ain't no joke. That's what it is. All of that. Even the chicken. Everybody be saying no pork and no beef. Like, it's the chicken too. Because they got to keep up with the, anticipate. You know, everybody eating, man. There's millions and millions of people, so they just giving us a lot of junk meat, man.
And to comment on what you said, though, like I had to tell my nephew girlfriend the other day. People talking about they don't eat pork. Really, to be honest, the meat we eat these days, I don't think we know what we eat. It's millions of people in the world. You think they can produce that many chickens and turkeys and all stuff?
Wings? How about they got wings everywhere?
People eat chicken every day. Let's say you gotta have trillions of chicken to keep feeding people. Right. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. And every person eating 2, 3, 4 of them. Yeah. So that math is. Yeah.
I know
they definitely cloning.
Huh?
They definitely cloning.
Yeah, it's something going on.
What was the question again? About the diabetes?
About the diabetes,
the diseases of different generations.
Yeah, basically, Boss was saying that it wasn't that relevant when you guys was coming up versus our generation and how it's so relevant in everybody today.
Again, it's a process of the depopulation of the black man first. That's always know that the stuff we going through is to eliminate us.
That's it.
Yeah, first and foremost, that's their mission. That's why there's no unity. That's why they stopped the train. Let me just drop that in there first. That's why they stopped the train on 79th in St. Clair, full of guns. That's why they stopped one in Chicago, in the middle of the hood where all the gangbangers at. They stopped the train, the army, with the sign on the side that said armory. Full of guns. In the biggest gang capital of the world, you stopped it right on 40th. Right here. And it was said armory on the side. It was green cars. Do you hear what I'm saying? They were green armory cars. In the middle of, you pull that on case.
Hey, Walt, let me make a comment.
But let me get to that diabetes. The disease.
Okay, let me hold one comment. Just like you said about the medication, right? Do you know, like I went to the doctor and, you know, they tried to tell me that when you bad being diabetic, you got to take the flu shot, right? I took it a couple of years ago. Then last year he asked me, you want to take the flu shot? I said, no, I don't want to take no flu shot. I'm going to be honest. I said, the reason why the black race don't take it, because they think you're not giving us the same thing you're giving the white folks.
That's right.
I told the doctor that he had a resident with him, they looked at him like I was crazy. I just said, so I'm not taking it.
I don't take no flu shots, period, man. They killing us, man.
Let me tell y'all, let me say this. I want you. First, the disease has started, they've been injecting us with diseases for every generation. There's a disease for each generation. It's always has been. It started off with syphilis and all that. First it was syphilis. And they did give it to our grandparents. They gave them heart attacks. And they gave them diabetes. Some of our parents did have diabetes and heart attacks. But it didn't work because we had people back then who, like you said, grew their own vegetables. So they couldn't give it to them as fast as they're giving out stuff now. Because people back then had their own vegetable gardens in houses and in the projects and in any community you went to, somebody had a garden
in their backyard.
Right? So they couldn't pump it through the food, right? We wasn't getting sick, period, because we're strong.
True, man.
So they couldn't pump the disease of diabetes so much. But it happened to us. Cancer and diabetes is what happened to our parents. Now watch this. What happened to our generation is this. Our generation, they gave us cancer. Everybody in their 50s that was being born, the one they was calling ADDH, and started giving them pills. You know Hillary Clinton started that, right?
Yeah.
The Clintons started
And
the
that term.
ADDH. They started the term that your child was crazy, basically. And she said on national TV, these youth of today will be America's super predators. How do you know that? Because we are programmed by medication and food. What do we have today running around? Those kids, super predators. I hate to say it. This is the most murderous time ever across the nation. Ever in the history of America. They created a super beast. And that's why everybody's starting to eat clean and drink clean, and they starting to pay attention because it's in everything they giving us, and they creating people. They did it, they showed us, they did it with monkeys on TV, on National Geographic. Inject them with something, the monkeys start killing all the other monkeys. It's that easy. If they can give you cancer, diabetes, they can make you anything they want you to be. Look at our kids, look at our youth, man.
One more thing I noticed that, not to try to overtalk you, I've been doing that, I'm sorry.
It's cool, brother. Because this is an
straight
open
passion,
forum.
man.
It's an open
I
forum.
don't know if you notice, you see more crazy people now.
They're
You know
doing
that?
it. They're
More
doing it.
people that's walking and talking to themselves.
The young age.
You get what I'm
Young
talking
age.
about?
Little
Yes.
kids.
Young dude, hey, let me get $1. And you a grown man. What's wrong, my brother?
They,
Why your mind like
They
that?
told him he was 88.
Listen, everything that we all the rap music, we gotta be talking about nothing positive. That don't get no really rock. You don't rock that. They don't want you to hear that. That ain't slick. It's Percocets, Molly mask on, mask off. You hear me? Everything ran off on the plug. You hear me?
Right.
Not nothing about no unity. Let's get some money together. What about a good time? We don't have no good times no more. We used to have parties. It was a good time. You might fight in here tomorrow. We cool. You gonna shoot me tomorrow. You understand what I'm saying? You ain't letting that go. You still mad at me? We can't be cool no more? What happened to that? Why we so mad for everybody wake up in the morning mad? You just wake up mad.
Man, I hate that shit.
You mad about being alive?
Almost got in a fight with a guy for that, for saying that. Man, why are you so mad? Every time I see you balled up, what's up, bro? You need to talk. And
Say have a good day or I'm blessed or something. What you?
So what I'm getting off like over the overall conversation, man, is that all this is structured, man, from the way we eat, from no unity in our community, you know, from the violence. And so this leads me to this next question, because I was also doing some research that they also build prisons based off our kids' 3rd grade reading scores.
yes, sir.
They test levels.
The
So,
aptitude test. Yes,
so
sir.
how do you feel about CMSD and public schools in general?
This is the.
And we're gonna start with Boss.
I mean, for one thing about public school, I still ain't came to the conclusion that how do you take cursive writing out of school?
That's.
I mean, how you gonna be able to sign your name if you don't know how to cursive write?
It's not in school anymore.
You know, yeah, but they talking about putting it back in there, but they took cursive writing out of school. It's been about 3 years now.
Yeah, about
You
maybe
know what I'm
more.
saying?
Maybe
Yeah.
more.
You ain't never know that?
Yeah, like
Yeah,
five
they
years.
took
Yeah,
cursive
they took
Yeah,
cursive
out of school.
Yeah, about 2016, 2017, yeah.
Yeah. Nobody learns how to curse after that.
That's correct. Say the question again, what? My bad, bro.
So okay, so basically, what do you feel is the biggest problem in CMSD today? Cleveland Municipal School District.
Oh, the biggest problem. Just right off the top of my head, them merging elementary with middle school. Yes. That's horrible. Like that's horrible in many ways, but just off the top of my head, you shouldn't have a kindergartner in school with an 8th grader. It's just that's too much of a gap, and that's
Too much influence.
right. It's too much influence, and you kind of stalling the 8th grader like progression, because he's still seeing low B kids instead of seeing 6th, 7th, and 8th graders as counterparts. And then on the flip side, like he said, even the kindergartner seeing the 8th grade, that's too much. What's that about? What 8-year gap? 9-year gap? Kindergarten, what you start 5, 6 years old? 8th grade about 14. That's too many years, and we all know that it's not enough teachers in classrooms for it to be K through 8th under one school, because when we was in middle school in Central, it wasn't even enough classes for all of us. So that's just the number one thing off the top of my head. Like that's them merging that is I think a negative. Because that forced too many kids to be in one class. Not only do it force the teachers to have to teach multiple kids, I think they actually shorten up the classes. Like, because how do you teach math to... You don't have 9 different math teachers in a classroom. You get what I'm saying? You just don't. In one school, I mean. You ain't got 9 different math teachers. When I go talk to the teachers, it's way more... we way more interactive, and they could tell me like exactly what the problem is with my kids, rather than when they was in CMSD schools. It was just a lot different, man. It was a lot different. But that's my biggest thing. That's terrible. And they closing high schools down. Yeah. That's too much. Yeah. So you merging the middle school and elementary, then you shut down the high schools. Like, that's a recipe for disaster.
Well, like I've been saying since this whole thing is to stop us some kind of way, just like he said, some kind of way to stop us. But before they used to have like truant officers, they come check out and make sure why you ain't at school or what's going on or give you a call. In the white neighborhoods, they make sure they send everybody a text. Your child ain't at school today. Over here in these neighborhoods, they don't care nothing about none of that. They ain't sending, you ain't getting no text message, you ain't getting none of that. It's up to you to make sure your child in school. You get what I'm saying? So my thing is, I think that the more that they don't get to educate, the better for them. So if they get 1 or 2 that just meet the quota. You get what I'm saying? So they don't care nothing about none of that. They don't want you to be learning nothing. They want you to learn less down here. They don't want you to be nothing. They don't want you to be nobody. Through everything, they try to stop us. So I think that we probably need to go to homeschooling too, or at least just have homework together. We're going to all see, let's get together. If we start coming together, instead of going out and doing dumb stuff, let's have a homework group together. So that way we can teach each other. Come up with these different things. And just put them in place, or just, at least just make sure, how about we just make sure all the kids in school? Did everybody make it today? Or if they didn't do, send a text to them. At least do the same thing in the other neighborhoods that you do down there. Keep it all fair. Give us a shot. You get what I'm saying? They don't want you to have no shot. They want you to get shot.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying? If you understand what I'm saying.
Yeah.
I hear you.
Yeah, no doubt.
And that's perfect. Not to cut OG Lane off real quick. My bad.
Go ahead.
I feel like that's a great idea what he's saying, even if it's just some after school, homeschool type stuff where everybody getting together, sharing information. And I really think just us as a whole, like I don't really know what we'll do about it legally, like I don't really know the laws, but like I just really feel like we should stop putting all our stock into like just the school system in general. Like kids having A's and B's, like we all know we really want them to have a good education and really go places that we ain't go, but even when they do get them A's and B's, and I heard one of y'all say something about the student loans and all that, like it's still gonna be a tough road. Like even if they do it the right way, like it's still gonna be a. So I think we need to get rid of that and just be more hands-on and just, I don't know, trades and just business schools at a young age rather than putting stock into. Okay, you gotta get this 3.8. I mean, it's 3.0 all the way through elementary through high school. Like let's stop that and like really teach them about business. Real estate, stocks and bonds, investing their money, starting their own businesses, that type stuff.
That's
and
right.
Like kind of drop my child got A's and B's. All right, but he's still finna go to this institute. The smarter he is, the less black people gonna be around. Yeah. So it's like, what's that really doing for real? It's not really. I just think we need to like kind of cut our. We put too much stock into that. Which good grades is a good thing because you know your child is learning somewhat and getting some type of discipline, but. We all know, man, in this real world, you only really know math and reading. You only need to really know math and reading. So, like,
I got one more thing.
I just think that's another thing we should change, especially in the future, for real.
I ran into this white guy, and he said, let me tell you something. He said, I ain't racist, which I knew he was. When you say you ain't racist, I said, here we go. I said, let me hear it. Yeah. He said, I'm gonna tell you something. He said, when you go home, we was away together. You hear me? And he said, when you go home. He said, when I go home, he said, all the people I visit, we got big libraries, white people. And you go home, he said, they got big TVs. He said, everywhere they go, they ain't got no money, but they had this big TV in the house. I don't care. He said, come up with that big TV. He said, all these libraries, they ain't taking no books out. Ain't nobody reading. How about you sit down and read with your child? See, my mother used to sit down and play games with us and see who knew how to read, and we had potato chip games, and we sat down and read and everything and make sure. So, that's where it's lost at. We need to, school just don't stop at school. You got to come home and learn too. And they need to teach you things, like you said, teach you things that you really going to need to use in life. how to fill out this application or how to write a check or how to start a bank account or either just try to start a business or get an LLC or get something going. How about, yeah, something like that. Let's start with that.
Man. Some type of real game
Exactly.
that you're going to be able to use
Yeah.
when you're out of school.
Right.
Because once you start getting them A's and you done with that, all right, that's the real world. Like, forget A's and B's. Like, what do you really know? What can you really do, produce out here?
You said once that high school is over with, now you in the real world now. What you gonna do now?
You don't do nothing.
Yeah.
About grades no more.
What you gonna do? Okay, they sent you to the school. What you gonna do?
I think what happened to the Cleveland Public Schools is this. We lost real teachers, first of all. When we was going to school, we had like grandmamas in there. People cared, like really cared for somebody's kid that was in their classroom. And today we got the same girl we'll see at the club tonight, teaching our in the schools. So therefore, that's why so much sexual activity between teachers and students today. And we only talking about the ones we've seen it.
And getting caught, right?
That's getting caught. You understand what I'm saying? And so that created a whole level of disrespect between education and me as the student. I respect you, I'm hitting her. I don't want to hear nothing you got to say, I'm hitting her. You understand what I'm saying? Like, you ain't important to me. I'm hitting your girl like every day in the parking lot.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? So that dropped. And then the whole mission was this though. Check this out. You said the high schools was closed.
Yeah.
The more negative influence I give you to do something else, the more distractions I give you, they start closing high schools when all this stuff started. When the internet hit the phones, they gave us a whole nother level of distractions, right? So now the kids is locked in too on these phones, right? So now we got money with the drugs to deal with. Your child got to fight this because your son, you the dope man, your son got on Jordans. My son go to school every day. He go to school, he try to learn, but he ain't got it like your son, right?
Right.
But he can see what's going on in the community and he know how I can get that. In high school, I'm broke and you not. Your
Right.
daddy and you hustling. So now I'm saying forget school, cause it ain't doing me no good to
Right.
be here. I'm broke. I'm toe up.
I don't feel confident here.
I'm going to get him. So here come the closing of school. Now you got 1,400 students supposed to be at this school. Wait, 300 teachers teaching. I'm just using numbers. And you got 600 students at the school. So they don't need that whole school no more.
And one more
But
thing,
they did their job.
Everybody here probably can understand
They
this,
did
though.
their
I heard
job.
what you're
They
saying,
distracted your youth from education. Now it went from 800 students stopped going to school altogether because they want some Jordans in their bag.
Yeah.
Because the gram said you gotta look good on the gram.
Yeah.
You gotta look good on Facebook, so I can't look
That's where
good.
the
Man, I'm in
gratification
class
coming from,
learning
right.
because my mama said learn this, and you said I'm out, man. The block is jumping, and I keep trying to focus. But it's 30 of y'all, and it's only me and you sitting here.
Hey, my brother, back
I
like you
got
were
to
saying
go out
about
of
school
school.
these days, though. I know y'all might recall, right? I don't recall growing up in school and you in a math class, but you letting everybody in the class use calculators.
Did we even have? I don't even remember
Yeah, I'm
having a
saying-
calculator back then.
No, you might have used it at home and doing some homework, but you ain't there. Let's use it in school. And it's like you said, it's really hurting kids because I remember one time I went to this place. I maybe bought some. I like a little bingo hall, and I bought some. I gave the girl a 10. I mean, like a 5. I think it only came up to like 2 something. You know, she added up on the calculator. I'm like, baby, what I gave you was not that hard. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I'm saying to myself, it's not that hard.
We laughing, but it ain't funny.
No, that's the truth.
We laughing, it ain't
It's
funny.
true.
They dumbing us down every day.
Yeah.
It's like when you was little. I don't know if you remember. You knew everybody in your family phone number, right?
Yeah. Oh,
You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So now everybody pushing their contact. I told my grandbaby we dialing numbers. I'm not gonna pay the phone bill if you ain't gonna dial it. Everybody you call, if they don't answer, redial it again. I need you to know everybody's number. And if I ask you the number and you don't know the number, the phone bill ain't getting paid. Not by me, it ain't. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So every little thing that they doing, they trying to dumb us down, but I'm trying to put it back.
yeah.
Even with the
And even
food
adults
that
suffer from that.
yeah, they should have their kid do at least 2 or 3 books a week.
Man, that was real.
Exactly.
What he said. What did y'all? That's how y'all conversation ended. You and a white dude.
Me and the white dude,
That's
I
how
said, you know what, you might be right about these TVs, which I know you is. But I think that they still learning from the TV. They see something. You still learn. Even what they try to do, they try to program it. It's in there for you to learn the right thing. You just
Yeah.
got to figure it out.
Yeah, you got to figure
You
out
get
the
what I'm
game.
saying?
Yep.
They can't never stop us if you on